Hello dear student, in this lecture we are going to see one more and last numerical on two dimensional. So this is the last numerical from our unit number 3. Now this particular figure shows the truss consisting of two elements. This is element number 1 and this is element number 2 whose one value is given in the numerical itself, and that value I will write here, value of AE by L. This particular value is required to calculate the stiffness. So AE by L value is given as 1000 Newton per mm. And using the finite element method, we have to determine the deflection at node point number 2. So two elements are given. This is node point number 1, this is node point number 2, and here is node point number 3. Now at node point number 2, a vertical downward force of 100 Newton is acting. So as this is a downward force, we have to consider it as minus 100 Newton while calculation. At node point number 1, fixed support is given. So here in the discretization, in the second step of discretization, at node point number 1, we will get the two fixed support. So here we will get the two reaction. As this fixed support is given at node point number 1, simultaneously we will draw our discretization figure. So this is a step, an important step is discretization, where we divide the complete unit into smaller parts. So here at node point number 1, as this is fixed support is given, what we will get here? We will get here two reaction. First reaction is R1X in the X direction and second one is R1Y. Similarly, at node point number 3, it is also fixed. So what we will get at node point number 3? We will get here again two reaction that we will get here, R3X reaction in X direction, and here we will get the R3Y. This is our step of discretization. Now apart from this, this is our node point number 1, this is node point number 2, this is node point number 3. What we will get here, a force is given. So here force F P2Y is given and the value of F2X will be 0. So as this is a 2 degree of freedom problem, at each node point we will having the 2 degree of freedom. So here the deflection of this particular node point 2 will be U2 and V2. Now as node point number 1 as well as node point number 3 is fixed, the deflection at node point number 1 and node point number 3 will be equal to 0. So now we will draw the element connectivity. Here addition to this 1000 mm is the length of first element is given, and one more dimension is given, that the distance, vertical distance between the node point number 1 and node point number 3 is also 1000 mm. It is also 1000 mm. So using the Pythagoras theorem, definitely we can find out the value of L2, that this particular length we can find out. So using the Pythagoras theorem, how we can find out this L2? L2 is equal to under root of L1 square, which means 1000 square, plus L3 square, which is also 1000. So 1000 square plus 1000 square, and its under root will be, please check at yourself, check at your end also. So this is 1441.21 mm. This is the length of element number 2 that we are getting. Now after this we will draw the element connectivity. Now it is very simple in this case to draw the element connectivity, as the element number 1, it is connected between 1 to 2, and element number 2, it is connected between 2 to 3. Many times we have seen this element connectivity. Please practice accordingly so that it will reduce your time. So element number 1 is connected between 1 to 2 and it is connected between 2 to 3. So in general, this is the value of I, this is the value of J. Now after this we have to find out the total degree of freedom, because this particular term, total degree of freedom, is required to find out the dimension of global stiffness matrix, dimension of displacement vector, dimension of force vector. So total DOF. How to find out degree of freedom per node? Degree of freedom per node is 2. We have seen the degree of freedom per node are 2, and into number of nodes. So number of node 1, 2, 3. So we are having 3 nodes here. So number of nodes are 3. So total degree of freedom for this structure is 6, which is nothing but the value of n. So dimension of stiffness matrix, what we will get here? N into n. So it will be 6 by 6. The dimension of global displacement vector, it is n by 1, so it will be 6 by 1. The dimension of force vector, it is also n by 1, so it will be 6 by 1. So now we have to find out the coordinates to find out the value of Cx and Cy, because in a formula of stiffness matrix we are having we need values of Cx square, Cx Cy and Cy square. So for element number 1 as well as for element number 2, we have to find out this particular two values. So this is the value of L2. Okay, let it be. So firstly, by considering the origin at this point, we are considering the origin at lower left. So here I am considering the origin x and y. So coordinate of first point, at as it is on origin, it will be 0, 0. The coordinate of second point, here it is. The coordinate of second point, y will be 0 and x is 1000 mm. See here, x 1000 mm. So it will be 1000 and 0, and the coordinate for this third point, the coordinate of third point, x will be 0 and y will be 1000. So we have to write down these three values in this table. So as element number 1 whose length is 1000 mm, I have written element number 2 whose length we have just calculated 1414.21 x2. Now local node 1, its coordinate are 0, 0. Local node 2, its coordinate are 1000, 0. So simply write down here 0, 0 and 1000, 0. Similarly, for element number 2, it is connected between 1000, 0 and 0,000. So just simply write down here that coordinate for point number 2, which is a local node for element number 2, 1000, 0, and for local node 2, which is nothing but the, in global coordinate system, it is nothing but the node number 3 and its coordinates are 0,000. Now we have to calculate the Cx as well as Cy. So now while calculating the Cx, x2 minus x1. So x2, its value is 1000 minus 0 divided by 1000. So 1000 minus 0, 1000 divided by 1000, it will become 1. Now y2 minus y1 divided by LE. So y2 is 0, y1 is 0. So definitely, obviously this value will become 0. Similarly, now we have to calculate here x2 minus x1. Now x2 is 0, x1 is 1000. So 0 minus 1000 divided by, here we have to divide it with 1414.21. So just let's calculate. So this particular value 1000 divided by 1441.21, it becomes 0.70. So 0.70 we are writing here. Now y2 minus y1, this was x2 minus x1, sorry. So it will become actually minus 0.70. Now y2 minus y1, so 1000 minus 0 divided by this same value 1414.21, so it will become minus 0.70. Sorry, it will become plus, because here in this case it will be 1000 plus 0 minus 0 divided by 1414. So it will become plus, and here this sign will due to this sign it will become minus. So these are the values that we are getting. So these are the values of Cx and Cy for element number 1, and these are the values of Cx and Cy for element number 2. Now I will quickly write down the formula to find out the stiffness matrix. So its formula is K is equal to AE by L. Now in this numerical, this particular value of AE by L, it is given in problem statement itself, and this particular value is 1000. So Cx square, Cxcy, Cxcy, Cy square, and we have to just repeat. In the last numerical also we have seen we have to repeat this value Cx square, Cxcy, Cxcy, Cy square, and we have to now change the sign. So minus Cx square, minus Cxcy, minus Cxcy, Cy square, and also here Cx square minus Cxcy, minus Cxcy, and here is minus Cy square. So we have to find out these four values. So to find out the displacement, what we need the formula F is equal to K into Un, where F stands for the force vector, K stands for the stiffness matrix, global stiffness matrix, and this is a global displacement vector. So first we will find out the value of K, which is nothing but K1 plus K2. So for element number 1, the value of Cx and Cy we will write down. Cx is equal to, for element number 1, see here Cx value is 1 and Cy value is 0. So Cx is equal to 1, Cy value is equal to 0. So K1 matrix, how we can write down K1? Cx square, so it is 1, Cxcy, because we need to find out these four values, Cx square, Cxcy, Cxcy, Cy square. So Cx into Cy, 1 into 0, it will become 0. Here is also 0, and Cy square, 0 square is also 0. So just we need to repeat this value, 1, 0, 0, 0. We have to change the sign, minus 1, 0, 0, 0, minus 1, 0, 0, 0. Now we have to write down, it is important, the degree of freedom. Now total degree of freedom for this structure we have calculated, this particular value is 6. So how this particular value of 6 is calculated? 1, 2, here is 3, 4, and here is 5, 6. It is distributed like this. So element number 1 is connected between 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So simply write down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can do like this also, that find out these particular values by using 2i minus 1, 2i, 2j minus 1, 2j. So in the last numerical we have used that method. Also you can go with that method. So now for element number 2, let's write down the value of Cx and Cy. So value of Cx, it is minus 0.7, value of Cy is equal to plus 0.70. So we need Cx square. So quickly calculate 0.70 square. So it will become 0.49, as this is minus, but while making it square it will become plus. So next thing that we need to find out is Cx into Cy. So 0.70 into 0.70. So this particular value will also become 0.49, as here is minus sign, it will become minus. Similarly Cxcy, we need this value, so it will be minus 0.49, and Cy square, which is nothing but 0.70 square, which is 0.49. Now we have to just repeat these values as it is. So I am repeating this value here, 0.49, which is Cx square. I am again repeating, it was minus 0.70, so its square will be plus. So I have written here plus 0.79, here 0.70 into 0.70, and 1 is having the minus sign, so it became 0.49, again 0.49, and here is 0.49. Now we have to change the sign. While changing the sign, be careful. Here 0.49, it will become plus 0.49, it will become plus 0.49, and here it will become minus 0.49. Repeat the same values here, and after that write down the degree of freedom. Also, one thing which is remaining, we have to write down here 1000, as this particular value is of AE by L, which is given in the numerical itself. The value of AE by L, it is 1000, it is given in the numerical. So here it is also 1000. So now we have to write down the degree of freedom, as this particular element number 2, it is connected between 2 to 3. So we can write down 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can write here 3, 4, 5, 6. Here is also 3, 4, 5, 6. Now addition of these two, as this is a 4 by 4 matrix, this is also 4 by 4 matrix, but the dimension of global stiffness matrix is 6 by 6. So addition of these two will give us 1 6 by 6 matrix. So I am creating here blank 6 by 6 matrix. Will place the elements accordingly. So 4, 5, 6. Similarly here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now if you observe, we can simply place this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can place the 4th row and 4th column at the appropriate location very easily. So 1, 0, minus 1, 0. So if you talk here, it will 1, 0, 0, 0. Here minus 1, 0, 0, 0. Here is minus 1, 0, 0, 0. And here in the last, it is a 1, 0, 0, 0. So what we have done, we have simply put this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 rows and 4th. So here you can observe these are the 4th column, and here we have utilized this 4th row. Here we have utilized this 4th row, and we have utilized this 4th column to place our K1 matrix. Now if you observe the K2 matrix, now K2 matrix, where it is placed 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. So where it will come like this here. So let's add the first element, as this is an addition. So while adding the first element, its location is it will go into 3rd column as well as 3rd row. So it is in 3rd row, 3rd column. So 0.49. So here it will go 1.49. Now the next element is 0 minus 0.49. So it will become directly 0.49. Now we will simply place these 4 values first. So here it will become minus its location. I will explain again. It is in 4th row, 3rd column. So it is in 4th row, 3rd column. It will become here minus 0.49. This particular value, and here it is in 4th row, 4th column. So 4th row, 4th column, here previously was 0, 0 plus this particular value 0.49. So it will become 0.49. Now rest of the element we can simply place. So rest of the element that I am placing here. If you are having any doubt, please feel free to ask either in the comment section, or you can WhatsApp me on my number. So let's place these values. So in this way I have written this 3, 4, 5, 6 rows as well as column here. We have done the addition. So whatever elements are pending, just fill them with 0. Now if you observe in this numerical, the degree of freedom 1, 2 as well as 5, 6 is fixed. The node point number 1 as well as node point number 3 is fixed. So degree of freedom 1, 2 and 5, 6 is fixed. So simply using the elimination approach, please remember this is using the elimination approach. What we can do, We will cancel here first row, second row, fifth, sixth row, as well as first column, second column, and fifth row, sixth column. Before that, I will erase this formula that we are going to use. We have written here formula to find out the displacement at node point number 2 is F is equal to K into UN. So I am writing here now the vector for F is equal to K into UN. So here at node point number 1, see here, while discretization we have written at node point number 1 R1x, R1y. At node point number 2, there is no value of F2x, as F2x value is not given. We will put this value as 0. So F2x will be 0, and this F2y, the value of F2y, it is given 100. As it is acting vertically downward, we will take it as minus 100 Newton, and here R3x and R3y. So simply I am writing these values here. So here R1x and R1y, these are for node point number 1. Now for node point number 2, there is no force as well as no condition is given. So it becomes 0, and here minus 100. Here 1000 which we have kept outside the bracket, and here R3x as well as R3y. Similarly, now we have to write down here the displacement vector. So U1, V1, U2, V2, U3, V3. So using the elimination approach, as I already explained to you, that we have to cancel here row number 1. So 1, 2. So row number 1 will get cancelled. Row number 2 will get cancelled. Similarly, first row, first column, second column, as well as fifth row. So here fifth row, here it is, as well as sixth row, fifth column and sixth column are cancelled, and this is using the elimination approach. So using this elimination approach, what we have done, simply those node points were fixed as the value of U1 V1 and U3 V3 will be 0 because here fixed support is given. So simply we have cancelled that. So now the 6 by 6 matrix is only become 2 by 2. So simply we have to solve like this. 0 is equal to here 0 is equal to this first. Now we are simply multiplying here. We are simply multiplying with this 1.49 into this U2. Here is minus sign, so minus 0.49 into this V2. So here is plus, and out of the outside that bracket we have considered it as we have written as 1000. Similarly for second, minus 100 is equal to this 1000, minus 100 is equal to this 1000, and minus 0.49 into this U2 plus 0.49 into this V2. So simply what we have done, we are multiplying for first, we are multiplying this 2 plus multiplication of this 2. For second, we are multiplying this 2 and we are adding this 2. So now listen carefully. What was expected in this numerical? We have to find out the value of U2 and V2. So please solve this particular two equations and find out value of U2 and V2, and make sure to comment this answer in the comment box below. So it will be considered as your attendance for this today's lecture. So please comment value of u2 and v2 in the comment section after solving these two particular equation. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.